Hello, hello. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Let me get this over here. We have this up. Just got to get some stuff set up. I didn't get it set up before the morning today. Happy Saturday. For our huge NHL slate today. Let me just see if everything's popped up for me. Waiting for everything to go live. It's not live on my end just now. It's people trickle in. Cool, cool. Looks like we're good to go and live. 14 game slate. We're going to have to be relatively quick today. Fried, what's up, man? How you doing? Juice Bets, how's it going, man? Hello, hello. Big slate today. We got my Devils playing. We got our first game in about an hour, so we'll get through that really quickly as well. We had a super good Thursday stream. Thursday stream of the Profit X plays that we put out. We went 4-1. The only one to ruin, if you took that as a lotto, was the Montreal Canadiens money line. They made a great comeback, lost in overtime at plus money. I'm not too mad at it. But 4-1 overall. Vegas with -1.5 was free. I can't believe we got the over 5.5 in Ottawa, Colorado. I thought that shit was dead. And then we sniped the middle, which is really nice. What was the other one? Utah money line, and there was another. Oh, and the Devils Flames over. So, what's up, guys? Real Cozy Couch, what's up, man? Bobby Brackets, welcome back, man. Appreciate you guys all supporting and hanging out with us here. So I haven't really taken a look at game lines yet today. Long night yesterday, F1 at 3 a.m., which kept me up so fucking late. So I'm exhausted. Haven't really had a chance to look too much at the slate. I put up my first points play for the day today. Jason Robertson and Robert Thomas. And then I put out an SGP for the 1 p.m. game. Want to go through the slate here. We got some time. We have about a little bit over an hour. I expect the show to be about 45 minutes to an hour today, so we'll be done before that first game begins. I don't believe we have many goalie confirmations. The one sad thing about Saturdays, I actually really like when there's games split like this, where you have basically action all day, and I could put games out early, see how I'm doing. If Robert Thomas and Jason Robertson cash us nicely, let's say they get 2 each, and we're pretty heavily in the green for the day, I could take a couple more risks later in the day. I actually really like days like this when they're split up like this. The problem being, I'm just saying this, because of it, we don't know goalie news for most teams. We can take guesses, but we just don't know. Only confirmed goalies today, there's 7? Sturkin, Fedotov, Soderblom, Gustafsson, Hogberg? I have no idea how to pronounce the name. Montembeau, Allen, Wool. Other than that, we're kind of flying completely under the radar. We're going to see what happens. I'll give you guys my guesses. I could give you guys a guess of who's going to start each game. Vancouver, must win. You go to Lankinen today. Actually, do any of these teams play tomorrow? That'll help, actually. They do. So this will actually help a lot. Okay. So, Penguins, they play. The Jets don't play today. They both play today. Sabres do. Preds, Blues do. Okay. So they're definitely saving Hoffer for this game. Lightning will probably just run Vasi today. But that's a tight one. Okay. So here is my first expected goalies. Lankinen, Shesterkin, Fedotov. I think you give it back to Casey DeSmith if you're Dallas. Ottinger has not been great lately. They don't play tomorrow, but see if Casey DeSmith can run a little bit of a streak for you right now. Personally, I'd go James Reimer if I was Buffalo. This is a complete 50-50. They just kind of ride Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen no matter what, but I would go James Reimer. I expect Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen to go. I think it should be Reimer. Flames, I think you're going right back to Dustin Wolf today. Won the game against New Jersey with him in net. He was really good. That could have been 4 or 5-0 before they made that comeback. I go back to Wolf. Both these teams play tomorrow. Complete toss-up. They're just going to pick one of the goalies they want to play. If I'm LA, I go with Kemper versus Kochetkov. I'd rather in the first game of the back-to-back put my number 1. But again, no idea. So Capitals don't play tomorrow. I think you go to Logan Thompson and net here today. Panthers do play tomorrow. I think you definitely go Bobrovsky today. Easier matchup tomorrow. Give Vanacek the Penguins. Utah versus Tampa Bay. Again, if you're Tampa Bay, I'd rather go Vasi than Johansson going tomorrow. But that's a complete toss-up. Utah, you go Vejmelka, no questions asked. Colorado's interesting. I think Wedgwood has been out playing Blackwood of late. I think we go right back into it, and I'll go. Man, I'm gonna go Wedgwood today for Colorado is my guess. Olmark's definitely starting for Ottawa. They're not gonna play tomorrow, right? Yeah, not a chance in hell you don't go Olmark today against New Jersey, in my opinion. Where were we? Preds, it doesn't really matter. They play tomorrow too, but you probably just go Annunen, or no, you probably just go Saros today with Annunen tomorrow. I think Mrazek keeps running. Right now, I don't think Mrazek's good, but I think he keeps going today for Detroit. Aiden Hill goes in net. I think Skinner, as long as he's healthy, back in net today against Accord. And then probably, I would give Georgi Romanov another game. He looked pretty good against Carolina, but, and then, honestly, I'd go Korpisalo, man. I don't really think Swayman's been very good this year, so let's go look through lineups now real quick, make sure nothing's changed. Cutter up on that second line now. That has changed, but that's been a couple games now. Shillington as an extra defenseman. Well, extra forward. Nothing's really changed here, though. Okay. Boston, any line changes? No, you guys have had the same lines for a little bit now. Buffalo. Same old. I don't know who Brett Murray is. That's a new name. He's definitely scoring today. Calgary, no changes. Quick thing of note, Matt Coronado. Man, Matt Coronado in Long Island today. He's a Long Island native, born and raised. Coronado's definitely going to have hundreds of family members today. Keep an eye on him. I think he's going to rip puck. Carolina, you go with the same lines. They look good against San Jose. I wish Jackson Blake got that second period shot on goal for us, though. And once again, the Chicago Blackhawks have changed lines. Shocker. I mean, Bedard has a new line mate every single game. Every single game, man. Defensively, the same. Levshinov still power play 1? Levshinov still power play 1, so. Good. Brock Nelson did drop to the second line last game against Ottawa. This top line kind of cooked. I like Valeri Nichushkin point a lot. With playing with McKinnon. Columbus don't play today. They played yesterday. Man, that team's fallen off. Top line the same. Looks like everything the same, mainly for Dallas. Top line, pick it up, boys. I got Jason Robertson today. Have a good game. Rasmussen instead of, was it Edvinson? No, not Edvinson. Soderblom. I think it was Soderblom. What happened to him? Day to day. Maybe if he comes back, he'll go back in. This second line's the line that gets everything done for that team right now, though. Man, this sucks. No Leon. No McDavid. Someone's got to take a step up. Adam Henrique line 1 center's rough. Power play. Skinner. I mean, maybe Skinner's the guy we target. Someone's got to take shots on this team today. I kind of like the ideas of like Skinner and Arvidsson are usual rippers. Let's take a look at this real quick. Is Edmonton playable? It's a risk, right? Because some of the people that you think are good are only good because McDavid and Leon Draisaitl put him in that spots. We're going to need the person that's going to drive play. So Game mentioned Hyman. My worry with Hyman is I don't know if he drives play as much as he's the guy in and around the net. He's like the benefactor of Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid having so many eyes on him that he gets open. I don't know if he's the guy that's creating. Skinner leads the team in shots on goal per 60 and shot attempts per 60. Again, quick way to break that down. If he played a ton of minutes, he would get a lot of shots on goal. His minutes are just very, very low. It might be Skinner today for shots. Who else is going to shoot on that team? He clearly likes to shoot. He's trying to save his damn career here. Arvidsson's also known to like a rip, though. Has it on this team. It might be Skinner today. He's going to get a ton of ice time with that McDavid and Draisaitl. He's effectively a first-line winger. Yo, what's up, Philip? Thank you, man. Let's have a day. Skinner power play 1. It could also just be Bouchard, though. I mean, Bouchard, we know fires puck. Okay. Florida played today. No line changes here. Team's been struggling of late. Florida's got to pick it up. They've been kind of quiet. I know they obviously injuries to Marchand and Matthew and Ekblad going out. Team's got to pick it up a little bit. No changes here. Love this second line. Love this third line. I really don't like the top line for the LA Kings, but not much you can do with the team's currently constructed. Wild. Marco Rossi's playing today, so we're kind of back to the usual here. Canadians, you don't change a thing. I thought they played really well. I know they lost an OT, but OT losses aren't anything. I think this is the same. Well, something's wrong. Unless Luke Evangelista is playing 40 minutes today, I don't think he's going to be on lines 1 and 3. So one of these is wrong. I just don't know which one. Let's click here. What's the glitch? It's Vrana on the third line. There you go. Crap. Where were we? Pred. So we'll go Devils. Should be no changes in the top 6. I saw Nolan Foots in for Thomas Tatar in the bottom 6, and other than that, same old. Jake Allen is one of the confirmed goalies in net today. Islanders don't play today, do they? No. Oh, okay. Rangers are the early game. They start in about 50 minutes. Same old usual here. It doesn't look like anything's really changed for them. That's another team like Columbus that's just kind of fallen off recently. They need to win in the worst way. I bet they can't possibly afford to lose today, can they? If they lost today, they would be tied with the Islanders on 3 games in hand. They would be 2 points back of Montreal with 2 games. Oh, the Islanders do play the Flames. You're right. I'm sorry. Good call, Juice. I mean, you just can't lose today if you're the Rangers. You're giving way too many games in hand to the team ahead of you. It's a huge game for both Canucks and the Rangers. Sends, gets it up. Fabian Zetterlund on the top line. I love Fabian Zetterlund, man. When he was a Devil, he's one of my favorite players. He's going to score today against us, 100%. I'm such a big Fabian Zetterlund stan. I love him. Devils fans love him. He's going to have a game today. Philly, I think I said this last stream, there's not a team in the NHL that I could care less about. I will fade the shit out of them every single game. I'm not betting on one of their players. I don't care what their lineup looks like. They don't play today. They play tomorrow. Sharks. Ooh, Will Smith back with Macklin Celebrini's fun. I think Will Smith is very, 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 very good. He's been ripping puck lately as well. Barclay Goodrow, second line center, is a tough look, though. Real tough look. Don't know about that one. Seattle. I think Chandler Stevenson left last game, but he should be okay to play. This is another team that doesn't really change lines up too much, minus the addition of Yanni Nyman. Nyman? I don't know. St. Louis, you're not changing a thing. Another win against Vancouver. That's another hot team here. You keep things going exactly as is right now. Power play, hey, you don't change a thing. Tampa still Kucherov with Hagel and Cirelli. I mean, they're winning games, so it works, but I'm really worried about the lack of production from Gensel and Point right now. It really seems like these two guys need Kucherov to get it going. So, slight worry, but Hagel and Cirelli keep putting up points now. Maybe it's just Kucherov just drives every line. Nylander's got really good history against Nashville. We'll take a look at that shortly when we get into that game. But other than that, pretty business as usual. Lawton dropped down the 4th line left wing. Tough look. Gave up a first-round pick for him. Who could have seen that one coming? Cooley back on the top line. Cooley still on the top power play? Still on the top power play. Looks like Kerfoot's completely dropped out. Or is he hurt? Yeah, Kerfoot's completely dropped out. Man, Utah hates Matias Michelli, huh? Michelli needs a trade in the offseason. He's a top 6 swinger on a team. He could help a lot of teams out in the top 6. The problem is he's like small and he's not like the ideal player that other teams want, right? He's not the guy for the playoffs and shit like that, but man, he could help a team's top 6. Like you're thinking Pittsburgh could use him. Easily Pittsburgh could fit him in here with Malkin. Philly could use him. Buffalo. I mean, I'd take him if I was Calgary. Dude, even Carolina, I think he fits on their top 6. Vancouver. Dude, even like if I was the Devils, if we needed a third line winger, I would fucking take Michelli. He's not expensive. He deserves to be playing way more than he's a talented, skilled young player. Well, younger-ish player. He's not that young anymore. Vancouver, same old. Great game on Thursday. That Blues Canucks game was absolutely awesome. Thank God we didn't fall into the trap of betting the under 5. 5 is the most ridiculous line I've ever seen. The single most ridiculous line I've ever seen. Brock Besser scored with like 0.1 second left to kill them under 5. He killed the push on the under 5. Caps, your usual. The line just work right now. Strome with Wilson and McMichael, Ovia, Dubon, I was going to say Poitras. Protus works. No changes needed. Power play, same old. Ooh, actually, not same old. I think Carlson used to be on the top power play. I think they swapped Carlson and Chikrin. I don't think that's how it used to be previously. And again, Winnipeg even play today? I don't remember seeing them when I was doing my thing today. I don't think they play today. They don't. So we don't have to do the same old Winnipeg spiel. Let's get into the games. Vancouver versus New York. Under at minus 134 is disgusting. I don't like playing the over in the early games. You know, I got a big vendetta against 1 p.m. games. Big vendetta against 1 p.m. games. Rangers at minus 150, though? Where's the value in that? Rangers are 3-5-2 in their last 10. I think they're like 2-7-2 in their last 11. Losers of 3 straight. They're a better road team than home team. Vancouver's a better road team than home team. Vancouver's not hot lately either, though. I don't know if it's official for me. I don't think I'll play it official here. But I think the value's on Vancouver at plus 140. The value's got to be on Vancouver at plus 140, in my opinion. So I just realized I'm not getting any Twitch notifications come through. 1 second. Yeah, I'm not getting any of these come through. Thank you guys to anyone that dropped by the follow on Twitch, guys. Thank you. I might be live later today with the live sweat for the late night. So we'll be hanging out, I think, later on Twitch. Twitch is kind of where I do most of my streams. If you guys want to check that out, it's just twitch.tv/the Top Cheddar, because someone had Top Cheddar already, which stinks. Points problem. Let me get props cash up. Points wise, this first game is juicy with some teams with head-to-heads. Like really, really juicy with some teams on head-to-head. One, Panarin's got a point in 11 straight. Panarin's been really, really good of late. He's kind of finally ticking when the team needs him most. So, absolutely, Artemi Panarin's been hot. Secondly, Elias Pettersson's got really good head-to-head history against the Rangers. I don't know why, but it looks good. I think Elias Pettersson, JT Miller, I think they're fun to play today. I included both of them in my SGP just for like a narrative thing. Hopefully they both have a good game and JT Miller doesn't just elbow Elias Pettersson in the first period and end both plays. Well, end the play. Mika Zibanejad's another one. Really good history against Vancouver. My slight word with Mika has been very power play focused this year. Vancouver doesn't take a lot of penalties, so I didn't include him in the lay. We'll see how that one ends out for us. JT Miller, I mean, he's gotten a little bit cold of late. He hasn't been like the same level of production when he got traded over at the beginning. But you got to just run him regardless. I really, really like JT Miller. And I think he's going to have a good game today. I think there's a good revenge narrative for him. Quinn Hughes in the point play, you just got to include him. He's just one of the best players in the NHL, if not the best defenseman in the NHL right now. The difference in this team's offense when he plays and doesn't play is ridiculous. I think they haven't scored over 4 goals in a game that he hasn't played this year. Not once. Like, that is the amount that he does to this offense. It's insane. All right, second game. Again, I don't do too much shot on goal stuff anymore. I don't like to do it pregame. I would do it postgame, or not postgame, live, but there's really just not a lot of value in shots on goal for me right now. Dallas versus Philly. I mean, I think Dallas stomps them today. Philly, in my opinion, might be the most, I don't want to say directionless, but they're just awful. 2-8 in the last 10, losers of 3 straight. They're getting crushed in most of these games as well. There's just a lack of talent compared to other teams in the NHL right here. I think Dallas kills them. I'm curious to see the goalies potentially over 5.5 is not a bad look. I'd rather just play Stars -1.5 though. I think the Stars roll today. Tank for a top pick, Philly Flyer said. That's what they should be doing. I think this offseason, this trade deadline did a great job, right? They should have traded Lawton and Ristolainen and all them last trade deadline. They held them for another year. I think Ristolainen didn't have enough trade interest. Getting a first round pick for Lawton's a great deal, right? You have Michkov now, who's like the star centerpiece of your organization. Build around him. Get more young players. I don't know why they re-signed Konecny to an 8-year deal. Konecny should not be a long-term piece like that. At least not for 8 years, right? Konechny's a good player. He's a good top 6 NHLer. You signed him like he's a franchise cornerstone, which in my opinion is the wrong thing to do. He's now basically untradeable. I don't know many teams that would take that deal. He's a very, very good player. I'm sure teams would love to have the player. I don't know if they want to have that deal, though. I think Dallas wins by -1.5. Plus money's good there. I think Dallas rolls today. Time for that offense to kind of figure out what they're doing and kind of what better way than Philly with Fedotov in net. A couple things to note. Jamie Benn's significantly better at home if you want to run him. Jason Robertson, obviously, really good head-to-head against them. We'll go over there again. Mikko Rantanen, good head-to-head, but obviously that comes from a different team. He's got to pick it up, man. Enough's enough. He had a nice start to time in Dallas. Like, let's pick this up now. He's got to figure it out. At home, Wyatt Johnston at home. Chef's kiss. What a guy. Absolutely love Wyatt Johnston. He was one of my favorite players in the NHL. He's fantastic at home. 71%. He just missed his first game. Who'd they play? Tampa Bay. That's a tough game. So I think he gets back on. And then if you like Jason Robertson, you got to like Rupe Hintz. Kind of partners in crime. They're on the ice together the entire game. So good spot there. Again, I'm just not playing anyone on the Philly side. Buffalo, Minnesota, a game that I mostly want to stay away from. Talked about team defenses earlier today. Hong, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Thank you, dude, on Twitch. Buffalo, Philly, 2 worst defenses. Chicago's right up there. Columbus doesn't play today. Yeah, I think in my opinion, these are teams you target. It's why we went with Jason Robertson, Robert Thomas. I don't trust Minnesota's offense nearly as I trust the other offenses personally. It's the only reason why I didn't go like Matt Boldy in the early games today. Maybe we run like a point pair, like a Rossi Boldy point pair. What odds can I get on that? Just to target something. Rossi Boldy is plus 130. Let's see if I get better odds somewhere else. I also have to put out my March Madness plays for the Profit X tourney. I don't know exactly how I've managed to make it to the second round. We're kind of just here. But, you know, won my first 3 ever NCAA March Madness bets, and I think I'm officially a capper. So, yeah, we're here. We're absolutely here for it. Buffalo, Minnesota. Yeah, we're talking this. I like Boldy. I think Boldy's kind of broken out of the funk that last game. There's really no like stats or head-to-head from what I looked at that either of these teams really have. Maybe Tuck. I mean, Tuck, that's kind of an X team, right? Tuck was a Minnesota Wild, but he doesn't have great stats against them. Tage, There's no real like good numbers in this game. Of all the games today, the one thing I like the most is you have 14 games. There's no reason to force plays on Buffalo, Minnesota. I have no read on this game whatsoever, to be honest with you. I'd probably lean to the over, but that's just because Buffalo games are typically pretty high paced. They're a bad team that can score, which is always fun for overs. Chicago, St. Louis, I think this one's really cut and dry. Minus 290 is a disgusting price, but the Blues can't lose today. Again, we're talking about teams in a playoff race right now. St. Louis, you are currently in a playoff spot. You're one of the hottest teams in the NHL. Going up against basically a team that's the worst road team in the NHL. Who was eliminated with nothing to play for, with their backup goalie in net today. St. Louis is winning today. I don't know if they're covering. Not 100% sure about their good, but they have to win today. There's zero excuse for this. Zero excuse. Wow, someone just took all of that. Holy shit. Someone just put like, I think we just watched someone live put like $3,000 on the St. Louis Blues minus 290. Someone literally took the entire liquidity off of it. Yeah, because they're holy shit. Dude, the Blues are minus 340 on FanDuel. That's why. Should we just nuke it? Just put like 3 units on the Blues to win today? I mean, the value on the sides. The Blues are minus 325 on DraftKings. They're minus 340 on FanDuel. And you can get them at minus 259. Or 295, I'm sorry. I mean, that's a ton of value saved. Thoughts on the Caps today? I think that'll be a close game. I think Caps-Panthers isn't going to be the high-scoring game. I think the Blues win today, though. Again, it's more of a parlay piece than anything else, but Kendrick, do they have player props on there? We're working towards it. Goal scores have been added. We're hoping to get a full menu over on ProfitX within probably let's say playoffs as a conservative guess here, but we're working on it. And again, the reason I like it so much is you're looking at the odds kind of thing that I just mentioned. You're not getting better odds anyplace else. Basically, odds for any line you find on here is going to be better than any other book that you could potentially look at. If you guys are interested in giving it a shot, like Kendrick, for example, code Cheddar gets you $300 back over across your first month while playing. Available in 40 states as well. So give it a shot. Let me know how it is. And again, we're going to be post the odds. Odds Oracle works both ways. I think there is a somewhat of a market maker in the background that does some of the odds. But then if there's let's say a line that there is no liquidity on whatsoever, I can make the odds. So like, let's say for example, let's go to the Devils game. I don't think there'll be much on the Devils game here. So let's say I think Timo Meier is going to score today and no one's betting on it and there's no liquidity on it here. I can make basically whatever odds I want. Someone can then choose to match me on the other side. So there's half of it as like a backing, like a normal book would have. And then the other half of it is just full liquidity. Someone's going up against me. So that's why there's better lines across the board. So I would just go here. Let's say, what line do I want Timo Meier at? Let's see. Let's say +2-1. No, let's go plus 190. And just for the sake of this example, I'll just put $25 on it. And now this will pop up and anyone could take the no against me, right? So they can click here. They'd get the no at minus 190. It could be matched. I think someone just matched me. Did it? Is that what just happened? No, I'm still unmatched, so I'm just waiting for it to go through right now. So if there is no line, then that's how you request and wait for people to kind of go through it. Yeah, but for game lines, there's tons of liquidity. You could play through it pretty easily. Okay, so yeah, Blues win. I think they cover. I don't love it. I like Robert Thomas' point. That Kyrou line's been cooking as well. I just think Robert Thomas plays in more situations. Plus, if you get to the point of the empty net, he's the empty net guy, so you get a couple extra opportunities there at the end of the game. But I got to highlight Kyrou. Kyrou's been hot of late. That second line in general has just been hot. So, got to highlight Kyrou. I just think Robert Thomas is the safer guy. And I'm not playing anything on the Chicago side again. No interest. Holloway's also been hot recently. Yeah, Rise, 100%. 100% correct. Hurricanes, Kings, I really hate this game. I don't know what to make of it. I think the obvious option is go LA Kings money line. Obviously, great home team against a team that's much worse on the road. Carolina also, winners of 8 straight, but Carolina hasn't beaten a playoff team on the road since, I think, December. Carolina's real bad on the road. Let's Carolina Hurricanes. Let's see if that's... I think I saw a tweet about that. So them on the road would be at the top. So I guess the Red Wings aren't a playoff team. It's right. Lost there. They lost to the Canadiens. Lost to the Wild. Lost to the Jets. They're not a playoff team, technically. Nope, since January 21st. Because the Dallas is definitely a playoff team. So, Either the tweet was wrong or I saw it wrong. But still, it's been a while. They haven't beaten a road playoff team on the road for almost 2 months. Johnston Cairo. I already have Robbo and RT. I feel like that's kind of running back a little bit, but we got a little bit of time to think that one through as well. We got a little bit of time to think that one through. Let's keep going because I got to get this done within about 30 minutes. I lean the LA Kings to win. I'm not 100% on this one, though. I think Carolina's the hot team. I'm not fading a team that just won 8 in a row. I would lean LA Kings if you need any action in this game, though. Probably lean the under as well. Flames Islanders, I lean the Flames plus money. I know they're on the road, but no Sorokin today. It's Magnus Hogberg or Hoiberg. I have no idea how it's pronounced. Flames are a hot team right now. They need these wins. Islanders do as well, to be quite honest. It's really just going to the goalie matchup. I think Wolf's better than anyone else that plays in this game. Panarin, Boldy, Johnson, Cairo. I mean, that's a pretty good spot for an early game, Pedro. You're looking at a lot of guys that have been scoring a lot of goals recently. Wait, hold on. What odds can I get for that? You're kind of cooking. Early game, if it hits, we're Bezos. Boldy, Cairo. I mean, that's plus 5,000. Early. Pedro, I might just take you up on that. It's chalky, right? You're taking the obvious guys here to score, but kind of like the odds. Kind of like the odds. Good suggestion there. All right, Flames Islanders. I lean Flames. And probably the under. Who was Philly? He said Panarin, Boldy, Johnston, and Cairo. Panarin, Boldy, Johnston, Cairo. I think that's just taking the hot scorers for every team, and I love it. It's chalky. Okay. We'll keep going. Lightning, Utah. I want to see who the goalie is today. I want to see who's in net before I make any decision on this. If it's Jonas Johansson, I really like Utah today. If it's not, then I'll probably stay away. If it's Vasilevsky, I like the under. I like the under 6.5. If it's Vasi and Vejmelka. Let's see if there's any confirmation yet. No, nothing. You like Rupe to score, Chris? I really like Rupe assists. He's been really a big assist guy recently. So this one's completely waiting on goalies. Again, I'll post stuff once I have it. Today's a free card Saturday anyway. So everything will be posted once I have it up and ready. Panthers, Caps. I lean under in this game, but again, I want to see goalies. I'm not going under if it's Vanacek versus Lindgren. If it's Vanacek versus Lindgren, I go over. If it's LT versus Bobrovsky, I probably lean the under. I think the Capitals as home dogs are probably the wrong price. The Panthers have not been good of late. Hold on. I know it says 7-3, but that's going back a little bit. Lost to the Canadiens, lost to the Islanders. They beat the Blue Jackets 1-0 where they didn't look great. Lost to the Bruins, so their last 5 games have been great. Past that, pretty good. But again, I think that was before the Ekblad stuff came out. So past 5 games have been great. Past 10 still looks a little good. I would probably lean on the Washington Capitals side of things at plus money. But the over-under completely for me depends on who's in net. You give me Vanacek Lindgren, I will hammer the over 5.5. Sens Devils is a tough one. Jake Allen in net today, so no longer infinite money glitch on the over. Anytime Jacob Markstrom starts a game from the Devils, you take the over. I promise you. He's been one of the worst goalies in hockey since returning from his injury. Jake Allen should be the starter going forward. Jake Allen should be the starter in the playoffs as well. Kind of like the value on the Ottawa Senators playing a more desperate team. They're coming off a horrendous loss against Colorado. I think they bounced back with a win today over New Jersey. I think it's just a better spot. The price here is insane, though. Minus 125 for the Devils on other books, minus 118. You get a nice little 10 cents on the dollar on the Sens that they're minus 105 everywhere, or sorry, plus 105 everywhere else. Nice spot. Toronto versus Nashville. I mean, I think Toronto just runs the floor right now with the way this Preds team's playing. I know the Predators are better at home, but man, they look shit. They can't beat anyone. Toronto's a good road team. They're kind of getting hot. Plus 150 on Toronto is a pretty steal of a price. I don't know if I have the cojones to play it. I'd rather just play them. If they win, I think they blow it out. I don't think it's close. But Nashville just looks lifeless, man. This sucks to do without goalie confirmations. This really does, because a big style of my betting is betting on goalies. Huge part of it's just betting on goalies. Yeah, there's just no goalies confirmed for today. Well, Joseph Wool. Blackwood in net, so that's a new one that just came through. Allen, we've known about. Mm, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of these games today. Canadians. I gotta stop playing the Canadians at plus money. They've won 3 of the 4 times I've done it. They lost the last time in OT, but I really like the Canadians at plus money, man. Blackwood against Montemo. Those are two good goalies. I don't lean either side. I wish it was 5.5. At 5.5, I'd probably take the over, but 6, not as much value for me. Maybe we just go the over. Now, Wool's been better than Stolar's actually of late. The starting goalie thing, Brendan, I'm sorry, is just because every team plays at a different time. So when every game starts at 7, every team has a morning skate at like 10, 11 a.m. of their time, wherever they are. And then usually at morning skate, you see who's the starting goalie. It gets announced. We're fine. When it's early games like this, most teams don't have an early skate or like a morning skate if you're playing at 1 o'clock. Players just show up. So we're just completely going into the blind where we'll see who's starting 30 minutes before because that goalie will come out for they'll be the first goalie out for what's the word I'm looking for? Warm-ups. So it's like annoying. I mean, you're gonna give me the Montreal Canadiens at this price. I kind of want to keep going for them, but Colorado's hot now. They had one bad game against Toronto. They crushed Ottawa, and now Montreal's hot. Or sorry, Colorado's hot. So is Montreal though. Man, I'm really not loving the game line value on the slate today. I can't lie. Can't lie. I don't want to force anything either. Red Wings, Golden Knights. Oh, nah, the Golden Knights are like the best home team in hockey, aren't they? Them in Winnipeg. 25-5-4. They're 25-7-3. Wings, man, 2-10 in their last 10. They're basically falling out of this race. Yeah, I'm not. I thought maybe Red Wings could be a play here. I'm not giving it a shot. Maybe the over could be fun. Are you crazy to ride the Jarvis point streak? No. When Jarvis is playing with Aho, he has insane production. Most of Jarvis's inconsistencies comes because Rod Brindamore changes the lines every game. Rod Brindamore changes lines every game. Where like Jarvis will be doing really well here, and then he'll go down on the Jordan Staal line because like they have one period without them scoring. As long as he's with Aho, I think very, very good spot. To give the Islanders any chance to make the playoffs, here like every year they go on this run. I mean, you have to give them a chance right now. Right? They're only 2 points back of the Canadiens. They're only 8 points back of the Devils with 2 games in hand. The problem with this is if you look at the NHL strength of schedule, I think they have a really tough schedule remaining. Yeah, they have the 5th hardest schedule in the NHL remaining. They play the Caps twice, the Hurricanes, they play the Lightning twice, they play the Devils and the Wild of the tough teams. They also play Vancouver and Calgary, which those games stink because Vancouver and Calgary might be giving more effort than like a Carolina would at this time of the year. Detroit's got a fucking gauntlet, dude. Vegas, Dallas, Carolina, Florida twice, Toronto, Tampa Bay. I think at this point you could write them off. They've fallen away way too far. They just don't have easy matchups. Columbus, they have 4 really tough games, and after that they're kind of cut and dry. Montreal, of all the teams, looks like they have the easiest of all of them. They actually have 5 tough games here, though. Carolina twice, Florida twice, Toronto, Colorado. But you think at Chicago, Nashville, Philly twice, Boston, their schedule becomes a lot easier. Of the teams, like if you think New Jersey's still in a playoff race, they play 2 tough teams the rest of the way. And then they get Chicago, Pittsburgh, Boston twice, Detroit, New York. I mean, the Rangers game will be tougher just because it's a rivalry match and they still might be in it. Man, if Boston figured their shit out, they have such an easy schedule coming up. Where's Boston? They're so far behind now, though. With 2 games more played, yeah, they're out. I think the Islanders, you have to give the Islanders a chance. They're playing really well right now. Really well. Imagine the Islanders didn't lose both games on that back-to-back against the Rangers. If they won one of those two, they would be sitting very, very pretty, and the Rangers would basically be eliminated. It's crazy how that works. Edmonton, Seattle. I mean, this is a complete stay away game for me. I want to see what happens. I think a lot of the money's coming in on Seattle. Seattle's not that good. I know Edmonton's missing everyone, but Seattle's not that good. I promise you. I want to see how Edmonton plays with guys out. I think RNH is going to have to, if you're going to bet anyone, it's got to be RNH for a point or Evan Bouchard. I need to see goalies because this will be my absolute pick of the day today. If this game line stays at 6.5, this is an absolute hammer. I just need to see that Decord's playing. Decord versus Skinner with these offenses at 6.5, no McDavid, no Draisaitl. The under 6.5 is minus 155 on DraftKings. What about FanDuel? Look it up here. And we might just be getting a steal of a price here. Minus 160. I'm fucking locking this in. Where are we getting minus 130 from? At the very least, you could hedge out of this like pretty quickly. Let me lock that one in. That's an insane price. Insane price with all those guys out. Oops, sorry, you guys got the screenshot. Let me throw that on the court as well so I saved it and make sure I have it locked in. Get this tweeted. Yeah, that's an absolute hammer for me. No Leon, no McDavid. I'm taking a little bit of a risk with goalies because it could be Grubauer today, I guess, hypothetically. But it really doesn't matter. I don't trust the offense whatsoever on Edmonton to be able to put up tons of goals. I don't think that Seattle offense is that good. Although they've been a little hot lately, I would say, the Seattle offense. But I think the price is just too good to pass up, man. Way too good to pass up. You're not getting that anywhere else. Last game of the day, I mean, the Sharks are not a plus 110 team against anyone. I think all the value on betting the Sharks is when they're plus 200 at home. I gave the Boston Bruins a try against Buffalo earlier this week. They burned me. I'm not giving them another chance here. If you give me goalies like Georgiev versus Swayman, maybe the over. I think plus 1.5 for the Sharks is relatively safe, but really no value there. The only thing I found of value on this slate right now is the Kraken Oilers under 6.5. I think that's an insane line. I mean, you're saving 32 cents or 32 points on FanDuel and like 25 on DraftKings. Pasternak goal is free. I think Pasternak will have points. I don't know about goals though. I like Pasternak obviously to put up some good numbers. Pasternak Willie might be my late pair. Speaking of, one last thing I want to do before I hop off. We're almost at the 45-minute mark. I was starting to build this out right before I got online, and I think right now it's the perfect time to drop it. I'll put it on Twitter as well. Don't you worry. Pasta plus Willie plus Eichel. Eichel's not a bad look either if Mrazek is confirmed. That could be a fun late one. So, what we're going to do, though, is one player for every game to just get one single point. 14-legger. Nice and simple. Started off easy. Quinn Hughes or Artemi Panarin. It's either Quinn or Panarin. Who are we thinking? Panarin's hitting 11 straight. Quinn Hughes hits in 65% of games, 75% of games, I'm sorry. Slightly better at home, I would say. Panarin. I think Panarin's the safer bet. Yeah, you guys right. I think you go Jason Robertson in the second game. I'm absolutely in love with him. You got to go Boldy. You got to go Boldy. Buffalo's the worst defense in the last 10 games. Rossi's playing today. They need some wins in Minnesota. I think you go Boldy nice and easy. We already have Robert Thomas. I think we stay with Robert Thomas. Hurricanes Kings a tough one. Two really good defensive teams. Is it Fiala? It might be Fiala. Yeah, Doodle's 100%. I think Fiala's the one I instantly thought of. This isn't like a research play. This is like a first gut. Who do I think's putting up a point? Kempe's been cold of late. He's better at home, though. Might be Kempe at home. Kempe's got some good home stats. Doesn't he shoot a lot against them, too? He does shoot a lot against them. All right, next question. Kempe or Fiala? Or do we go the way? We could go on the Jarvis side, but LA usually dominates home games. Jarvis has been hot. I know Joe mentioned him previously. This is a tough one. I think I'm going Fiala. Or no, I think I'm going to go Kempe. Kempe's a little bit more consistent at home. Byfield's hot. He is hot. Missed now in 2 in a row, though. He's not on the first power play either, I don't believe. I think he's second power play. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going Kempe today. Let's go Kempe today. I think he's got better home stats. I feel better about it. Flames Islanders with that Magnus Hogberg guy. I think you got to go on the Flame side, Kadri. Kadri's been hot lately. Had a really good game against the Devils. If not, it's Horvat on the other side, but I think I feel better about Kadri. Bet slip unavailable. Someone just got, well, one of my 13 says removed closed picks. I'm going to have to go through and see who's there. Huberdeau? I don't know about Huberdeau. I think it's Kadri, especially now that Huberdeau and Kadri have been split up. Lightning, Utah, I want to see goalies. I'm not going to go Kucherov. It's way too bait. We have to lock this in the next 13 minutes, so we're not going to know who the goalie is. Tampa Bay play tomorrow? Is there a chance that it's Johansson today? Yes, Tampa Bay play tomorrow. If Tampa Bay play tomorrow, would you save Vasilevsky for the harder team tomorrow and play Johansson today? Basically, if I knew right now that it's Johansson, I go Keller. If I knew that it is Vasilevsky today, then I would go Hagel. Fuck. We only have 13 minutes to make this guess. This is tough, dude. I need to see something. I need to get into the mind of John Cooper. How does he usually play his back-to-backs? Okay. So 21st, 22nd, he went Vasilevsky, Johansson. He played Vasilevsky, I think, against the harder team. 30th, 30th? No, I think that's 31st. So no, not a back-to-back. Back-to-back, he went Johansson first, and then he went Vasilevsky against the harder team. So he saved Vasi for the more difficult team. Back-to-back, he went Vasi, but it was against the same team. Okay. Back-to-back, he went Vasi against the more difficult team. Back-to-back, he went Vasi, Johansson again, Vasi against the harder team. Back-to-back, he saved Vasi for the weaker team? Interesting. That's a weird one. Okay. I think that's no, it's not a back-to-back. Back-to-back, he went Vasi both games. Jesus Christ. Okay. Back-to-back, he went Vasi, Johansson against the weaker team. Damn it. I thought maybe we can get a little bit of insight. All right. Too much uncertainty on that side, so we go the Tampa Bay side. Hagel, welcome to the team. Hagel with Kucherov has been cooking. Welcome to the side. Florida, Washington might be my worst one. Who the hell do I take? PLD, maybe Tom Wilson? Tom Wilson's not that good. Protus is the hot man right now. You're right. Protus also does the empty netters with them. If we get there, obviously. What the fuck? Top line, that line's cooking. Yeah, I think Protus isn't a bad look. Fuck it. Protus, you're in, buddy. Maple Leafs Predators, you got to go William Nylander. He's got insane head-to-head stats against them. I know he's better at home than he is on the road, but points-wise, it's not that big of a difference. Willie, you're in. Devils Senators, do we go Devils side or the other side? Brat's awesome. I know he didn't have a point last game, but typically at home is uber consistent. Brady Tkachuk, better at home than on the road. I think Timmy Stützle's been on fire of late. Yeah, Timmy Stu's been really, really good of late. Nico too. I don't know about Nico. I probably lean Brad if I had to pick one of the two. It's either Jesper Brad or Timmy Stützle. It's which one do you think is going to score more? I think, personally speaking, I think the Devils have the better. I mean, I know they're going to have the better goalie. Jake Allen's been the best goalie in hockey of late. Oh, Magnus Hogberg. Hello. You're actually pretty good, buddy. Wait, hold on. We're going back. This Hogberg guy's been good. Get the fuck out of here. Bo Horvat is into the lay. Nazem Kadri, you're out. This guy's been good lately. Gun to my head, I originally go Jesper Bratt. I go Jesper. I think Allen's been better than Olmark. Olmark's just been average. So you go Jake Allen today. It also could be Anton Forsberg. Technically, they haven't announced the goalie yet. We'll go Jesper Bratt. Kings, Red Wings. Or sorry, Knights, Red Wings. It's Eichel, right? I mean, we're not changing it. It's Jack Eichel, right? We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just not. Okay? Kraken, Edmonton. Fuck. Kraken, Edmonton. Gun to my head, I think Ryan Nugent-Hopkins comes to mind. He's got insane head-to-head history against Seattle, but again, I'm going to assume a lot of this is because he's on a line with Connor McDavid. I'm going to guess that Connor McDavid's got really good stats. I'm going to guess he's got very good stats against Seattle as well because of this. Without Connor McDavid, Ryan, how are you doing this year? Mid. What about Hyman? How's Hyman doing this year without the two of them? Well, I don't think they've had the two of them gone, have they? Mid. Fuck, do we go the other side? Montour, yeah, Montour, how's he been? Plus money, Nico, anytime goal scores today or career highs, not that I could think of. Eberle's been hot. Yeah, Eberle and Stevenson have been hot, but if Stevenson's out, that worries me a little bit. As an Oilers fan, go with RNH. I agree with you. And Victor Arvidsson, however you spell it. That didn't help me at all, guys. You gave me 4 different people. Nico, to answer your question, I don't really have anything on the anytime goal scorers. I can't think of any birthdays or anything like that today either. Not that are well known. What about Eberle against his old team? He's been kind of hot lately. Ugh, he stinks on the road. Arvidsson. I think the odds tell you to go Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He's got the best odds to do it. The odds tell you to go with him. He's going to get a boatload of ice time. It's either him or Bouchard for me. Bouchard puts up points. He's got a bomb from the point as well. You know the entire power play is just going to be setting up one-timers for him. Evan Bouchard, welcome to the lay. Which games are over today? It's tough because I don't like to put in overs without goalies being confirmed. Like, for example, I really like the over in Tampa Bay, Utah, if I knew who the goalies were. I think Florida, Washington could be an over game today if I knew that it was Lindgren versus Vanacek. Both teams play tomorrow. Like, I think Sabres Wild probably is an over. I don't actually have a lot of over leans today. I really only like the under and Kraken Oilers. Wait, let's finish this out. Do we have one? Goal scorer. Somehow they're at the bottom of the list. Colorado and Montreal. We're getting to it. Boston versus San Jose. I mean, it's chalk, but it's Pasternak, right? The only other option we go is if we go Macklin, but Pasta's on fire. Oh, and he's got insane head-to-head. Yeah, it's Pasta. There's no need to overthink this. No need to overthink it. It's Pasta. And then the last one they make me do, again, I'll post it on Twitter, guys, don't worry. Colorado versus Montreal. There's no Nathan McKinnon offered? He's at the bottom. That's weird. I don't want to go Nathan. It's Val, I think. Val on the road against Montreal on first line. It's Val. It is Val. That brings us up to a whopping plus 66,000. I got a $10 bonus bet from a no sweat NCAA play that I donated yesterday. What better way to use this $10 bonus bet? Wait, what? It's not plus 66. I had Dorofeyev in there by accident. Fuck. I didn't want Dorofeyev in there. I must have misclicked. Well, I donated those 10. Hopefully Dorofeyev gets it as well. Doro, you're out. It's plus 28. No, now I'm missing someone. Hold on. No, it's plus 39,000. $10. A nice light bet. I will post it on Twitter as well, so we'll get this out. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I said I wanted to keep this bet under an hour. We're at 56 minutes. Little change of schedule. I will be live again tomorrow. So, because I didn't do streams on Wednesday and Friday because of the small slates. Pretty big slate tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. So it'll be a nice early one. Grab your coffees, grab your teas, whatever you need to help wake up, energy drinks, whatever it is. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll kind of go through the entire slate there. Let me lock this in real quick and let me get this posted because games start in about 2 minutes. So I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Thank you guys so much for the support. Again, if you guys haven't already, code Cheddar on ProfitX as we continue to grow. It means so much to me. You get $300 back in your first month across your bets. And yeah, get the best lines. Like I showed you with the under in Edmonton. We snagged some insane value. You have value like that all across the board on ProfitX. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being really, really true supporters. Let's keep this hot streak going. And I'll have some Formula One bets later today as well. Thanks, guys. Peace. See you tomorrow.